everybody. Welcome back to the Midland-made podcast. Today, we have a very special episode in celebration of our season of love. We have these wonderful guests, these alumni. There are newlyweds today because they met on campus. They fell in love on campus. They got married, and then they decided to come back and work on campus. So to celebrate this season of love, we're going to be hearing from them. We're going to get their stories, and we're going to challenge their trivia knowledge of each other. So before we start, we're going to let them introduce themselves. So please introduce yourselves, where you work on campus, and take the floor.
Sure. Michaela Shepard, proud Midland grad of 2018 and director of admissions. So I get to run the most fun office on campus.
There we go. My name is Weston Shepard, better known as Michaela's husband. I work in the finance office as the controller and graduated in 2019.
And I'm Lisa Cramey, and I graduated in 1987, right?
Correct.
Yep. And I am the director for campus ministry and spiritual wellness here at Midland.
And I'm Keith Cramey, and I'm also an 87 grad, and I am the director of the Student Success Center.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. So this is going to work. We're going to ask you guys some questions that I have prepared right here. And then you guys are going to write down your answers. You'll reveal them at the same time. And then when I'm asking the guys a question, they'll be answering what they think the girls would say. And when I'm asking the girls, they'll answer what they think the guys would say. All right? We'll have you guys reveal and say your answers at the same time. And then we'll tally up who gets the most points by the end. All right?
All right.
Got it.
So we are going to start with the Shepherds revealing first. Weston, what was Michaela's major? And then Keith and Lisa, if you guys would also like to answer that question, we'll ask you guys second. All right. So we'll have you guys reveal on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Arts management.
Arts management. Yes. All right.
With honors.
With honors. Yeah. With honors. Thank you for clarifying. I don't know if we should we dock Weston for not getting that, or no, I'm kidding. All right. And the Cramies, what was Lisa's major?
Ready?
Yes.
Behavioral science with a
science
concentration in psychology.
Yes.
Wow.
I couldn't say it all that fast, but he was right.
Yes. Yeah. We are off to an amazing start. All right. So now, Cramies, we'll have you guys start first. Where on campus?
Wait, so we're tied.
Yes, it's 1-1 right now. We probably won't keep track of all the points. We'll probably do that in post.
Okay, that's fine.
But right now, we're tied.
Okay.
All right. So for the Cramies, where on campus did you and your spouse share your first memorable moment?
What? Where?
Yes. Where on campus did you guys spend your first memorable moment? Weston, Michaela, no talking, but also write down what you think for each other.
Memorable.
That's where the fun comes in, because it could be different.
I know. Like, it's the month of love, so the first romantic moment.
No, memorable. All right. You guys ready? On 3, reveal 1, 2, 3.
Dave Anderson's room in Men's Memorial Hall.
Wow. Okay, they got
That's a lot of detail there, too.
You guys were kind of spot on with that. Would you like to share your memorable moment while we wait for Weston
Well,
and Michaela?
sure. Keith, do you want to share? Do you
I
want
got
me
it.
to?
You bet.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
So
All right.
Lisa's roommate, her freshman year, had a liking for my roommate. And Lisa's roommate talked Lisa into coming over to men's so she wouldn't have to go over there by herself. And so Lisa's roommate and my roommate stayed in our room in men's, and we went right across the hall to one of the seniors, and that's where we hung out, and then that's where we first had that first memorable moment, AJ.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was so memorable about it?
Her eyes.
Aww.
Keith, that was the sweetest thing I've ever heard. You guys, you get a bonus point for that, for complimenting your wife. Absolutely.
That's so
Season of love,
sweet.
guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, that's literally where we first met.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
because
amazing.
I knew Dave because he was my small group leader when we had the new student time at
Yeah.
the beginning of the year. And I was like, Dave, can I come in here, please? because, got to give these other people their space.
yeah.
And so then Keith came in. And that's how we met.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Wes and Michaela, no pressure to top the story, but can you get the same answer
I don't think we can.
on 3? Reveal. 1, 2, 3.
The practice
Men's hall.
field?
Oh.
Oh, men's.
I'm not allowed in there. I'm a girl. That was our first memorable moment.
Please tell us what you guys thought each of your memorable moments were.
Well, so I thought the first memorable moment was the move-in day when Michaela came over to men's hall. I was moving in the new freshman. We were both Warrior Welcome Day leaders, so we were both helping with move-in day, but that's when we officially met. So I feel like the practice field was later during Warrior Welcome Days.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, because that was like my Nicholas Sparks moment where I was like, this guy's so nice to look at. Like, because we were tearing down for like a big event that was happening on Hopkins, or practice field. And it started to rain and everyone ran to the dining hall, and Wes and Scott Shepard stayed in the rain to tear all this down. And I was just like staring at him like, you have such a servant heart. You're so sweet. You're looking great in the rain. And then he just was like, Michaela, grab this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And I just was like, yeah, I would date him. And then I did.
So clearly that was the
Nice.
first memorable moment.
Of course, of
I
course.
blocked that one out.
Got it. So I
Moving
was
day is a lot of work.
I was
I
not
blocked out.
I was not as attractive that first moment. It wasn't as memorable.
Not if it was August in Men's Memorial Hall.
That's very true.
You were sweating bullets, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
accurate.
All right, we're losing now.
All right. Well, yes. With that, Keith and Leith.
What was that?
Keith and Lisa with the early lead. Let's see if Weston and Michaela can bring it
right.
back. We'll ask for your answer first.
Oh, gosh.
What was your spouse, so Weston, what was Michaela involved in on campus?
Primary or like full list?
That's
Primary,
for
probably.
you guys to write down and me to deliberate. All right. You guys
Okay.
ready to reveal?
I think.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Musicals and Phi Omega.
Arts, campus ministry, FIO.
All right. All
That's
right.
really
That was-
good.
That's
Yeah.
That's good. A phenomenal crossover. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that good?
No, absolutely. You
Or
guys,
did we get a point?
we'll give you the point for that. We'll give you the
Okay.
point for that. Absolutely.
Good job.
Thank you, Lisa.
They need points anyways. No. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
All right, and Keith and Lisa.
Speech and debate.
Tri-Phi, Student Senate,
Okay.
theater, chapel, speech, and band.
I said speech and debate, theater, Tri-Phi sorority, and residence life.
That's true too.
Thank you.
Yeah, good
yeah,
job.
yeah, absolutely.
Good job.
Again, you guys got over half. That's kind of what we were looking for on that question. So you'll both get the point for that one.
We were all really involved on campus.
Yes, we were. You are right. You are
Absolutely.
right.
None of you guys podcast hosts though.
No.
Oh. All right. So Keith and Lisa, which class or professor would you say is the most impactful to Lisa? And Weston for Michaela.
Can we do the opposite? I know his.
Taking you a while, Weston.
It's taken me a while.
Grammys, are we ready?
Absolutely.
bet.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dr.
Dr.
Gary Carlson.
Wow.
Yes. And
I
I
like that Keith is looking in my
and I
soul.
and I even drew stars and rivers and rocks because
Yeah.
that's what I learned from him about astronomy and geology. 'Cause
Really?
He was
okay.
This has been reinforced in my brain for 37 years because every time we see a rock formation or a valley or the constellations, Gary Carlson's name is always brought to the forefront.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
impactful. Yeah.
Very impactful.
And I pay attention.
Yes,
That's true.
absolutely.
It's quite the dig if we get this wrong.
Weston, reveal.
Dan Hayes.
Dan. There we go.
Good job.
Michaela, would you like to talk a little bit about Dan
I
Hayes?
was like, I don't know if Weston's going to think he's a professor because he was like my arts musical instructor, but he did teach me so much about intro to theater. But my favorite class, we had a script analysis class where there's 3 of us in the whole class. And it was so great to dive into acting and just, I don't know, Dan taught me literally pretty much everything I know about acting. So, and that we're here to heal people through art. And I always loved that. And
Absolutely.
So, anyway, Dan P. Hayes is his Actors Equity name, so I should have written that down, but he's the man.
Okay.
I love it.
So good.
All right. And then this will be our last question before we flip it on the girls to answer. So I hope you guys are ready for that. But
Yeah.
Weston, what was Michaela's favorite memory from her time at Midland? And the Kramies for Lisa. Shepherd's first. Reveal.
Graduation day.
Graduation.
Did you put question marks?
Yes, 2 question marks.
Well, not the correct answer. I put Super Bowl halftime show internship.
Super Bowl what is that?
Wow.
When I went for an internship and did the Super Bowl halftime show. That was pretty epic. So that was 2017, the Lady Gaga show. So I got to work on the casting team, and that was one of my internships through Midland.
Oh my gosh.
So clearly very memorable. The internship was awesome, clearly. But the people that I met, I got to meet one of the casting executive directors at Disneyland, and he told me that if I ever make my way out to California, shout out Sean, that he would let me try on one of the princess dresses and wigs. So
Wow.
I will hold him to that if I'm ever in California.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, so super fun, memorable moment. But graduation was pretty cool. I was excited to get out in the world and do all the things I learned how to do.
Yeah.
So. And get married.
All right. And for the Kramies, reveal.
Theater productions
Getting
and speech road trips out east.
Getting engaged. But those were really good ones too.
you.
Yeah, you are welcome.
were
this
really
was really good too.
It was really good.
It was
yeah.
really good too.
All
Yep.
right. Well,
All right.
that was our first round where nobody got any points.
Yeah, that's wild.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Because
okay.
now we're going to be flipping it over. We're going to
Okay.
see what the guys have to say.
Flipping it
We'll be flipping it.
like
So,
an egg.
Keith and Lisa, how would Keith say you guys met?
Well, this is fun. How would Weston say we met?
Yes. How would Weston say you and Weston met? You guys can reveal your answer.
We met when my roommate had a crush on his roommate.
So, yeah, just same story. Dave Anderson's room in Men's Hall.
Yeah.
Honestly, we might have to put that, since the answers, they are the same, but we might have to put that up to the judges panel.
Ooh, the judges.
So-
If you rewind the tape,
Yeah.
if you rewind the tape, AJ, it is the same doggone story.
Oh, no.
Well, the judge is here. And
Nice.
my ruling on this case is that it is the same answer.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you,
does
Judge
doggone
AJ.
He says that it was the same answer. So we will give you guys the point, but
Is there an asterisk next to it now? Or?
no, there's no asterisk.
All right.
If there's a tie, that might be the time.
Oh, okay, okay.
But we did have to put it under review because they
That's all right.
were few and
That's
far
right.
between.
That's all right.
The tape don't lie,
The
AJ.
tape don't lie, yeah, after reviewing the tape. But now, Weston and Michaela, your answers.
Summer Bible study.
Summer Bible study.
Look at
very
that.
And Michaela, earlier you said that it wasn't correct.
Correct.
Why do you think that it's different?
Because we never met at summer Bible study. We were in the same room
Okay.
for several hours for many consecutive weeks
Yeah.
over the course of the summer. But we never like shook hands and said like, "Hi, I'm Michaela." At least I don't remember if we did. So again, the rain was really what got me when I like. So apparently, being in the same room for a whole summer, we did. Like Weston has enough evidence to prove that he was in the room, but it was just too big of a group. I guess I didn't.
There were only about 10 of us.
That's pretty big.
It
don't know
didn't.
about that.
It didn't. It didn't. It didn't click. But
Yeah.
But
that was the
apparently-
Lord's provision. It wasn't time in summer.
So apparently
August.
we just needed to shake hands.
Yeah, that was.
Then we would have met, but
that
we
was
didn't
it.
meet. It was Men's Hall when he first, because then we got paired up as Warrior Welcome Day leaders.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally like, who is Weston Shepherd? Because I was kind of mad about it because I'm like, oh, I'm a basketball player. I'm going to be doing all the work myself, you know? And so then.
Wow, now we're throwing down stereotypes.
Oh, wow.
Midland
Coming after the athletes. Coming after the athletes.
We're gonna cut that.
And so anyway, so then I was telling the other leaders, I'm like, yeah, I have no idea who my partner is. So then outside men's hall,
Okay.
he was standing there and one of the leaders was like, or Weston was like, because they had come to you and been like, hey, Michaela has no idea who you are.
But
Thanks,
you didn't
guys.
see him because it wasn't raining yet, right?
It wasn't raining yet, so my eyes were still. It's like the
like
mice
invisible to
song.
you until the
Yeah,
rain.
I can see clearly now. The rain has come.
Has come.
So
All right.
okay, great, we got a point.
Yeah. Yes, you guys got a point for that one. Congratulations. Points across the board. But for this next question, ladies, I'm sorry if this answer that the men give is not right, but we are asking who would your husband say was more studious in college? And Kramies, we will start with you.
Without a doubt, Lisa.
Oh, yeah. And I did put an exclamation
I
point,
put
too.
4. I put 4.
See, if you guys had matched the punctuation, we would have given you an extra point. No. And Weston, Michaela, did you guys agree? Who did you say was more studious in college?
Weston.
Wes, the arrow's pointing the
The
wrong
arrow's
way.
pointing to me.
The
thank
arrow
you.
is pointing.
When it was sitting down, it was towards
You
Weston.
didn't think about the flipping?
I didn't.
Keith, you were more studious.
I was. I appreciate
Weston,
that.
Absolutely. I intentionally let him get his schedule first, and then I'd make my advisor put me in all of his classes.
What?
So that we could, I'd be like, hey, Tiff, can you get me into business ethics, economics too? All the things. I'm just sad that he's a year younger, so he couldn't have helped me through accounting, because that would have been great. But shout out to John Moxness.
Shout out John Moxness. Love him as a professor.
Yeah, and I do need to give Keith some props because back in the day, back in the 1987, we didn't have the computer or the laptop. And so Keith would sit at a typewriter as I hand wrote my papers, and I would give him the page, and he would type my papers for me.
It was
because
usually really late at night when we were typing this
very
paper
late
out.
at night. So he was a big assist for
Absolutely.
this studious person,
That
for
is-
sure.
That's some hardcore flirting. That's
And
phenomenal.
Lisa is the reason that I even was able to continue going to Midland, because I came from Texas. I had a minimum GPA that I had to keep in order to come back after that first semester. I missed it by about 0.0 something, but my folks had met Lisa already, and so they fudged on the minimum GPA, and then it just went up from there.
And now you're the director of student success.
That's right.
I love it. I love it.
Wow.
None of his advisees don't do what he. Just kidding.
And the minimum GPA wasn't that terrible, but it wasn't.
And it was your folks' minimum GPA. Your
yeah.
folks said you must have this GPA
it's my folks that,
No,
yeah.
in order
Okay.
you guys were
I was
admitting
like-
to like a
No.
No,
My
no,
folks
no.
said,
Yes.
like academic.
We're gonna need to call the registrar after.
no.
Put that judge wig back
I
on.
was worried. Yeah.
No, it was his folks who said, look, you're a
Okay.
long ways away, and, we want
No,
you
that makes
to
sense.
get a certain GPA, and they rounded
Got
up
you.
Yep.
for
Scared
you.
me. I
They
was
rounded up.
scared that we
I
couldn't,
know.
that we wouldn't
I
get
thought
to
we
air
just
that
exposed
question.
Rob. Wow.
Thank you for the
Yeah,
clarification.
this is good.
You are welcome.
All right.
I'm ready.
Weston and Michaela, if Weston could go back to college, what time do you think he would like? What do you think that he would like to participate in that he didn't get to the first time? So he was in basketball the first time. What would be his next option if he couldn't do basketball? And for Keith,
Why are you writing so much?
Hey,
Well, my
no,
answer's done.
I'll put
but why are
I'll
you
put the
writing
wig on.
So much?
I'll put the wig on. No cheating. We'll review that tape.
Why are you? Okay. Well, we're gonna be wrong. Here.
That's okay. No. We don't know that. We don't know that. So we'll have you guys reveal while the Kramies are still writing. Go for it.
He's still writing.
still
over
writing.
there.
Just draw a little picture.
Oh, that's beautiful. Can we?
What's the right answer?
Football kicker.
Football kicker.
I like your picture.
I mean, yeah, you would have been really good at that, but I said golf.
Golf.
I figured you'd want to just golf all day.
Well, I'm not good enough to be.
That is not true. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Plus, if you had a coach, you'd probably be good, and then you and I could you could keep up with me, you know? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She did golf in high school.
I did.
Oh. All right. Well, sorry, guys. No point there.
Not
but
even a judge consider it?
what? In what world?
I don't know.
Keith and Lisa, what did you guys say?
I didn't know. I said more residence life.
Yeah, no.
Question mark.
I would have done.
Yeah, no.
I would have done more with sports information.
Sports information.
nice.
Okay.
I hear they need volunteers all the time.
Really?
I put in my time now.
I bet. All right.
That's a good point, Keith.
That's our second one. No
Okay,
points
no
across
points.
the board. We will keep on trucking though. So, ladies, where would your husband say that you two spent the most time together on campus? On campus. Keith and Lisa, you guys are up first.
I think we hung out in my room in Beagle, whatever year it was. So,
Beagle Hall and Men's Hall.
yeah. All right.
All right. All right. We will give that one to you guys. Weston and Michaela, where would you guys say you spent the most time together?
Beagle basement.
Beagle dorms.
Yeah,
All right.
Beagle is a very popular hangout spot.
It's a common
It is.
denominator
Absolutely.
here.
Especially
I like
Especially when
it.
they're the RA, so they get the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra room to
Extra. Oh, yeah.
spread out and
All right.
beat him and pitch.
Points across the board. We're happy. We're happy. I think. Are we keeping a tally? Okay. All right. There we go. We're still going. And then this is our last question for the Midland round before we do a score update. So we will be asking Weston and Michaela. Well, we'll be asking both of you, but Weston and Michaela will be answering first. Who was Weston's best friend in college? You cannot say yourself. So, Michaela can't write herself down. That'd be too easy, guys. Come on. We're better than this. Who's Weston's second best friend in college, we'll say. 'cause
Student or staff member?
That's for you to deliberate. I'm here to just say if you guys got the point or not. I'm here to ask the questions and award the points and ask the judge. So, Weston, who was your best friend on campus?
Tyler Craven.
Tyler Craven. Michaela?
Tyler Craven.
Look at
Tyler
that.
Craven. There we go.
I put Brandon Van Mierl up there because you guys spent probably more time together talking, but.
Weston, who is Tyler to you?
Aww.
So Tyler was my roommate my sophomore year. Was it the last year of Men's Hall? I can't remember. But we were roommates together in Men's Hall, and then we played basketball all 4 years together. So,
Oh, wow.
Yep.
There you go.
And I remember Tyler. He lived in our neighborhood for a minute. And one time we had a really bad storm, and he was out helping clean up brush, debris out of the streets. He is a nice guy, isn't he?
Yep.
I approve of your best friend in college.
I appreciate that.
And now he's a teacher changing lives. Shout out Mr. Craven.
Absolutely. And then, Keith, who would you say was your best friend on campus?
Donnie Nelson is who came to mind.
Donnie Nelson.
There we go.
Wow.
Don't be upset, Michaela. You guys got that point. Keith, who was Donnie to you?
Donnie was a teammate. I also played basketball. Donnie and I played together, and just a good friend, and got some good stories from even after we graduated when he came to visit us in Minneapolis. And still run into him every once in a while. So
Nice.
good stuff.
That is amazing.
I am today years old knowing you played basketball here. Wild. Did you play in OSC?
I was on the team. No, I did not play in OSC.
Michaela.
Wow.
Hey, Judge, can you take
Wow.
off a few points for that one?
I would if they weren't all
There's this thing called Hopkins Arena.
That's where you guys played basketball?
That was the competitive arena.
Wow. I don't know the history of the architecture.
Shouldn't you be teaching that to
Whoa.
your tour guides so they know it?
Well, we know that that's the old basketball court, apparently, before 1987. We know this.
That's probably where my grandpa coached basketball, though. was OSC.
It would have been, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, well,
Hopkins was built
I'm
in
going-
'69. It was up until 2006. That's where
Okay,
all the
well, we need
competitive.
to add this to our staff onboarding plan so that people don't sound silly like this. So, I just thought it'd be really cool if you did play there, but now you're less cool. Okay.
Whoa.
Shots fired.
If you be mean one more time, we're gonna take a point off. Because we don't
I
support.
hear this is what athletes do. It's like intimidation or something.
Well, it's not working. You're losing.
That is accurate. That is accurate.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our Midland questions. So up next, we're going to be moving on to our personality and relationship questions. But we will be doing a little score check-in. So right now, Michaela and Weston are at 7 points, and Keith and
job.
Lisa are at 9.
Okay.
At 9
go.
points. So they got a 2-point lead going
It's
into
a
this next
close
round.
game.
There
It's a
are
close game, though.
10
Yep.
more questions.
Is there like a you know, like how they do double Jeopardy? Like, is there like 2 point, or do we not want that? Because they're going to be more in the hole.
We're not doing it yet, but
Okay.
it depends on how badly you guys are losing by the end.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So moving back, we will be asking the ladies what their answers would be at this point. So,
Safer.
Keith and Lisa, what is Lisa's favorite part of her job at Midland? All right. It looks like you guys are ready. Lisa, what would you say is your favorite part of your job at Midland?
Definitely the people, the students, the staff, the faculty, everybody. And
I said working with students on a daily basis.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we might have to throw that to judge for review, but they both say students. They both got the
okay.
people,
All
so
right.
we'll let him relax for now.
Good
We
work,
don't know
Keith.
how messy these next few questions are gonna get, so we'll let him rest for now. And Michaela,
Said the people on my team go admissions.
go admissions.
I said interacting with current students. So
Yeah.
Admissions.
Yeah.
Working
Whoa,
with you. We're going to be flexy with that.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Okay.
You said students. She said her team.
Which my team is ambassadors. You're telling me my
Oh,
ambassadors
that's-
are not a part of my team?
Your team are your co-professional workers.
And I am raising up little co-professional workers.
I feel like you guys are doing the
I
deliberating
think
for
I
yourselves.
think, I
don't
think
even need
Keith
to
and
call the
Michaela
judge.
are the most competitive in
We
this
are,
room,
absolutely.
huh?
I hope this ends in an arm wrestle with Keith.
That's the last question. Who can win in an arm wrestle? No, I'm kidding. All right. We'll give it to you guys. We're gonna these next questions. They're a lot more up for debate.
They
So
are a
I'm sure
little-
we're gonna call him a lot later.
The judge?
The judge.
Okay.
Yes, we'll be calling him. So, because this next question, Weston, what is Michaela's all-time favorite movie? And Keith, what is Lisa's all-time favorite
How are you
movie?
guys writing immediately? That is just... How are you writing so fast? I don't even know my own answer.
He knows you.
things a
He
little
knows you.
Because I'm like, right now, all time. All time.
All time.
One movie for the rest of my life.
You could watch one movie for the rest of your life.
If you get this wrong, you're 3 down.
I should have remembered what your middle name was earlier. Keith.
Roger.
Harold?
Roger.
Roger,
Harold.
Harold, this is
Harold
Uncle.
played in the OSC basketball court.
not Keith.
Not Keith. Okay.
All right, Michaela, Weston.
Look at
Beauty and
you.
Well done.
I was going
They
Top Gun.
both.
and-
Well done.
Good job.
Well, Top Gun,
Top
Maverick,
Gun,
or Beauty
Maverick
and the
is-
Beast are
yeah.
like the two, but like all time. If I'd watch one movie for the rest of my life, that was close. Okay.
That was- you guys got the same
I'm
answer.
really warm.
Yeah,
Like
well,
this is.
stressful,
Well,
especially
they
for you
wrote
guys.
really fast, so they probably know it.
Reveal your answers.
Yeah, really.
It's a wonderful life.
It's a wonderful.
Yeah.
That is a really good
Great.
movie.
Because he's
movie.
been watching it with me for years now, decades
Yep.
probably. Yeah.
Every Christmas day.
Every
That
Christmas.
is such a good movie.
Wow, that is so cute. We love love,
Okay.
guys.
We,
We love love.
I'm loving love right now.
Keith and Lisa, what is Lisa's go-to word or phrase? See, that's why these questions are. It's gonna get more difficult. That's how game shows work, guys. Come on.
You're right.
Go to word or phrase. So, what is something you guys are hearing your wife say all the time?
I literally don't even know. I'm so sorry. Okay. Well,
All
I
right.
think it's them
Well,
first,
yeah,
so.
we'll be starting with Keith and Lisa.
I don't even know what it is, but I maybe got it.
I said, love you.
That is
But
sweet.
sadly, no.
Sadly, your love means
No
nothing.
sympathy points.
Got it. Got it.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got
got it.
Yeah, got it. Now, Weston and Michaela.
What'd you say?
Do you two got it?
No.
Let's reveal what is Michaela's go-to phrase.
So I went back to her favorite saying in college, which was, it's going to be great. But it's not something that she currently says like a whole lot. Right now, it's just all the mom phrases to our daughter. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is going to go. We'll see.
Yeah, I said praise the Lord. I just but that's my mom version of it's gonna be great. I'm just like praise the Lord for all the things. Yeah, that was a toughie.
Yeah, no,
That was a
they.
toughie.
I'm sure they'll get a little bit easier. It's just how much you know your spouse, right?
Yep.
I'm kidding. So this next one, to Wes and Michaela. What is Michaela's love language?
Oof.
Or what would Michaela say is her love language?
I have recently told you this, so I'm writing down what I recently said.
Well, this is fun. He did say he pays attention earlier. So.
Yes. All right. Wes and Michaela, we'll be starting with you guys. What is Michaela's love language?
So I said physical touch, and then quality time is number 2.
You going for a bonus point with that quality time?
You never know when the judge is going to come out.
Okay. We'll see what he says.
I said physical touch and quality time, and then in parentheses and nail dates. If he really wants to show me love, he
Wow.
will
Good job.
hold my hand, spend time with me, and then send me to go get my nails done. But physical touch and quality time are my.
Physical touch and
Good
quality
job,
time.
Shepherds.
Okay, there you go. 2 for 2.
You won this round.
Well, we'll see, Keith and Lisa.
I
what
bet you they
is
got the point this time.
Lisa's
Yeah.
love language?
Spraying in the bathroom when needed. I literally told him this the other day. I said, this is my love language.
I'm sorry.
To
Keith's
spray in the bathroom when it's needed.
Too personal.
That's what I told him. I said, it's my love language.
Wow.
Okay.
Keith,
Let's see
And
it, Keith.
Service to others.
service
Wow.
to others.
it
We
is-
were-
In a
it
roundabout way.
is. It's a service when that happens.
Wow.
We might need the judge for that one because that's a service. We're gonna put that under review.
You know what? Why don't you just give us 2 points and then 1?
Well, we'll let the judge decide.
Oh, okay.
that.
Or we get 3 too. It's not-
3
I don't know.
What's the judge's name?
judge. He's Judge. His parents named him Judge. They knew that's what he was gonna be. No, I'm kidding. I think this wig is after review. The Shepherds will get 2 points for 2 correct answers, 1 and 2. And the Cramies will get 1 because spraying is an act of service.
Yes, it
And
is.
I am the honorable judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Feeling pretty grateful right now.
Thank you, Judge.
There we go.
Again, these questions we're gonna
need
keep.
that.
We're still +1.
We're gonna keep
we're
going.
not.
No, you
That
guys.
round.
Well, they're +1 that round.
Yeah,
You're still down 1 though.
Yeah.
Down 1. I didn't want to tie up the game this quickly. We still got 7 questions left. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Ready?
All right, Keith and Lisa, what is the first thing that Lisa would grab in a fire besides you, your children, or your pets?
I feel like this is the theme every round. They write immediately together. Weston's always really good at being fast.
Well, this is almost 37 years of
Yeah.
marriage. No, 37. It'll be 38
Have you guys
years.
had a fire yet?
No. It's
Not
just
that- not that we
trial
had
through
this-
fire
yeah.
sometimes
Gotcha.
in all those years. So it'll
One time I
it'll
microwaved
happen.
my mac and cheese without putting the water in it. That smelled like a fire.
That sounds. Yeah.
All right, Keith and Lisa, seems like you guys have your answer. We'll let them keep writing while you talk.
You want to go first?
Sure. I said a picture of her family, her accordion, her ukulele, and her washboard.
Oh, those are good choices, honey. But I would really take my Hans Christian Andersen storytelling bag because this was my dad's.
I missed that one. Yep.
Yep. But those are good too. But we can always get another
But also,
accordion.
at what point did I not know Lisa plays the accordion? That is
Yeah.
a good task to know.
Weston and Michaela, this is your guys' chance to tie it up.
I said phone/laptop.
I also said phone.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
It is not like
Sentimental.
all of the sentimental things. Like it doesn't. They just don't do it for her. Like, and her phone would be right next to her, so she'd probably just grab that and take off.
And I
Wow.
just trust that Weston has everything else.
Absolutely.
I'd be like, all right, I've got the daughter, my phone, we're good. Everything else. Like, he has everything in, like, fireproof, like, lock boxes.
Yeah.
Like,
And it would be like the rain
the
where
he's telling me
people
what to
grab.
do. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm just like,
what
okay,
would Michaela
babe.
grab? Whatever Weston told me to.
I think it's very practical to take your phone.
Absolutely.
I see
Absolutely.
a lot
That's
of good things in that.
And I don't have my iCloud backed up. Like, that would be rough to recover all of that.
Absolutely.
Plus, I have to
I
text
know what we're doing
Lori,
tonight.
tell her that I'm going to be late to work.
Of
Like,
course.
There's just a lot.
Of course. All right. So now we are going into the flip flop where the ladies will be answering for the guys
Okay.
at a tie game.
Ooh, it's a new game, buddy.
A whole new
It's
ball
a
game.
whole
Is
new game.
Completely different.
Yeah.
And based on how these are going, we might have to award some extra points because we're not letting it end on a tie, right?
No,
No.
No.
All right. We need a winner here. Yeah.
Let's cut that out.
No.
No.
All right. So,
Okay.
ladies, how long has your husband worked at Midland?
When did you start?
Oh, no. And husbands, we're
Does
assuming
this
that you guys
include,
know.
like, professional pro staff? Or do I include years of him being a student hall director, like resident advisor?
What does he think? What does he think? How long does
I
he
can't
think?
tell you. but
Well,
I'm just trying to read your mind.
that's the name of the game.
I know.
Reading each other's minds.
What'd you say?
3 years and 1 month.
I said 4 years. So if you round up,
If you round up, you're still not even over halfway.
3 years and 1 month.
You can't round up 3.1.
Round up 3.5. So
You're
you
talking
would
to
have to
two
say
accountants
6
in the
months.
room here.
The math guy in me has popped out. Rounding up, you wouldn't do anything.
3 years. Time flies when you're having fun.
3 years. Time flies when you're having fun.
Wow, yeah,
No
I thought
point
it's been 4.
for Weston and Michaela. Let's see if Keith and Lisa can run ahead here. Keith, Lisa, how long has Keith been working here? at Midland?
33 years this year.
33 years.
Yeah.
33 years.
That's impressive.
It's how old our daughter will be next month.
Well, that's
so
convenient.
it's easy to remember.
Well,
Yep.
well.
Convenient. Oh,
It's okay.
gosh.
It's okay. There's still a chance.
And there's still time.
There's
I'm
still
fine.
time. We've got
There is.
4 more questions left, people.
Guys, that's so many.
So, ladies, Lisa,
Yes.
if Keith had won the lottery, what would be the first thing that he would buy? And Michaela for
Not even
Weston.
a question.
Not a good question.
No, not even a question.
Oh, not even a question. All right, Keith and Lisa.
I think he would buy a new house or reside our current house.
A new house that wasn't 100 years
Oh
old.
my
there it is.
goodness!
100 years old?
Our house is, yeah.
You guys are living in a 100-year-old house?
Yeah.
Wow,
We are.
that's amazing.
That house was here when people were playing basketball.
But Keith wasn't.
Keith was.
I was not.
All right, Weston, Michaela, if Weston had won the lottery, what would he buy?
A GMC Sierra.
Oh, no.
Oh, Michaela was
Oh,
so
no,
confident.
Michaela.
She was so confident.
Seriously?
Yeah.
The first thing you would do is pay off her home early, and then you would get a new GMC truck.
Well, but paying off the house isn't like a purchase.
Purchasing a home?
No,
that
like
we
we
live in?
already purchased the home.
Yeah, but it would be, we would own it.
Well, yeah.
So pay off the home early, and then new GMC truck.
They got that part right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give them. I'd even give them that.
See, there we go.
Because you said GMC.
Ooh,
Assistant
Judge,
judge.
yeah.
I would expect that I would get that one right.
The judge is here to deliberate.
Okay. I think you have that on backwards.
No, don't.
Okay.
I don't do it.
No, I'm just kidding.
You guys didn't see that. Anyways, judge here to deliberate. Weston and Michaela, for a full point, I would have accepted the same GMC truck, but since we got GMC, I will deliberate a 0.5 point.
So you
half
got
a point.
You got a half.
You guys get
Alright.
half a point
Alright.
for that. Our
Alright.
first
We'll take it.
half point.
But isn't there a GMC Sierra Denali, or did I make that up?
Yeah, you made that
So I
up.
just-
No, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
The Sierra is the truck. The Denali is the trim level of the truck. But it's good.
Wow.
We'll take the 0.5.
Okay.
We'll take the
All right.
0.5.
Absolutely.
All right.
I threw my paper all the way
Also,
over
we're
here.
definitely paying off the home before you're getting a truck.
Weston, didn't you just get a new truck?
I did. Well, not brand new, but
Not brand. Yeah, not brand new, but still.
And definitely not a Denali.
I don't know the breeds of cars, so. Husbands, what is one thing that you would say your wife does the same way that they did in college? Does that make sense? Do I need to rephrase that? It's a little difficult. Husbands, what would you say is something that your wife still does that they did the same way in college? All right, Weston and Michaela.
so I said how she plays 10-point pitch.
Okay, how she plays 10-point pitch.
Really
Yeah.
well? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you haven't improved in pitch since college.
Yeah, I did not say that. I said organized life and events. Google
Organized.
Calendars is life.
Oh, I love
Nothing
my
has
I
changed
love my Google
since when I
Calendar.
was in college.
That is true. That's accurate.
Our date nights are like usually how I get asked to go on date night is a Google Calendar invite. Like it says just like date night. And then I say yes. Or I'll put honey-do lists like we need to do this. And then he'll either accept or decline based on
Wow.
Typically accept.
Yeah,
Typically
yeah.
accept.
Good idea.
Maybe.
That's a good
Maybe.
idea.
Okay, yeah. Absolutely. Keith and Lisa.
Do you want to go first?
Puts on her socks and shoes in the same exact order.
Oh my
Really?
word. That's silly. I enjoy talking to strangers now,
Yes, you do.
and I enjoyed talking to strangers
never
in
met a
college.
stranger. You're right.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. That's what I thought you'd say. I'd say.
So
I-
trivia for Keith then. What's the order of the shoes and the socks?
Yeah,
Is it-
I was gonna ask
Left
that.
sock, right sock, left shoe, right shoe.
He is.
Every
he is
single time?
correct
And
on
he's correct.
that.
There we
He
go.
is
Really?
correct. Yes.
I just do sock, shoe. It doesn't matter which sock or which shoe.
No, because then if you have to get up, you're walking kitty wampus if you just got one shoe on.
That would be sock, shoe is kind of confusing. But sock, shoe. I don't track which sock and which shoe I put on in the
I mean,
order.
right now. I'm
Think about
just
it tomorrow,
very
AJ, when you put your shoes
I'll
on.
think about it. Yeah, I will be thinking about it tomorrow.
This is what you think about when you're a Midland grad. Like you ponder those deep, quiet moments in the morning. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Wow. Can't
Decent.
wait to graduate, guys. I'll get to think about my socks. Keith and Lisa, what is one thing that Lisa does that others might find quirky, but that Keith adores about her? All right. Oh, wait. Keith's still writing. Sorry.
I'm good.
All right. Keith and Lisa.
She has multiple to-do lists every day that are color-coded.
Oh,
Well,
color-coded
That's true.
to-do list.
Yeah, that is true.
That's
and
true, but is that what you wrote?
Absolutely not. I think you think it's pretty special when I take along my ukulele on road trips and
That
play
is-
in the car.
That is very true.
And that's not what I mean. I think other people might think it's quirky, a little
Sure.
weird. Like maybe nobody else does it in the world, but you have
do.
a good time, don't you?
I do.
All right. All right.
Absolutely.
You're getting better.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, Michaela, Weston, this could be your chance to peel ahead before the final question.
No, they're not peeling ahead.
They're not peeling. Okay. We'll see if Keith is right.
So I said she breaks out in singing mid-conversation.
That is true.
all the time.
That is true. And based on Michaela's face, it is not what she wrote down.
I'm going to channel my inner Lisa. That's true, but
Got
not
it.
what I put down.
Got it.
Yikes. I put my little house on the prairie obsession.
Oh,
People find that quirky. I don't know if you even slightly like it, but I was just trying to think of my quirkiness.
Quirky. Just quirky.
And I don't play the ukulele, so. But I do that.
All right, guys, then. Final question. There is no chance for a tie with Michaela and Weston's 0.5 of a point. So this game just got intense.
So are we winning by 1.5 points, I believe?
1.5 or just a half point?
Yes, please a score update because I could be totally wrong and we might have to make this point worth double. 14 to 12.5. Okay.
All right. So we have to find a way to get the judge to give us 2 points.
Yeah.
You've done it once somehow. I'm not sure.
And hope the Kramies don't get a point. All right.
Or we could just make this a double point round. Final question. Because we have to
up
keep
to
it
the
interesting
judge.
somehow.
Well, is it an easy question?
It is not an easy question. Let me tell you. It could be. It could be.
right.
Let's
You guys could have
let's
this
make it a
meeting.
2-pointer.
We'll make it a 2-pointer.
2 points.
Okay.
If,
And they're going first.
yes, to Keith and Lisa. If Keith had to pick one food to eat for the rest of his life, what would he choose?
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. This is intense. Everybody, that was an immediate, everybody started writing something down. We have no idea what's going to happen, but we are going to let it play out. I am shaking, and I'm not even playing the game. I'm not even playing the game. But here we go. Keith,
Okay, can I just say
no.
that this Apple Pencil is actually great.
Oh, no. Yeah, they're great. All
Like,
of our,
the way that I write.
Are you
it,
putting off defeat here with this side story, or
But I'm shocked. I did not realize that, like,
Have
based
you-
on how you write it, it like,
yeah.
and like the
it-
pressure.
If
and
you do
stuff,
pressure, yeah.
I'm not trying to like plug Midland University iPad and Apple Pencil,
We do
but
get
I'm just saying
our
it's quite
one-to-one
remarkable.
student.
Midland 1-to-1. Every
Our,
Midland
yeah,
University
our Midland
student
1-to-1
receives an iPad and Apple Pencil.
iPad. Yeah. Every student gets an iPad and an Apple Pencil when they come for their new student onboarding.
Yes.
Yes, it is amazing.
is
and
amazing.
we are no longer putting off
No longer putting off
this
defeat.
final question. Defeat, Michaela, don't say
Well,
that.
I mean, unless you're going to give us some extra points if they get this right, then they win. Unless you're going to really get dicey with
But
us.
it's been a
Well,
good
I'm not
game.
playing favorites here. I don't know what you
I
guys
feel like
talking
we
about.
need to go first. We got to reveal our answers first.
Okay. Okay, we'll go out of order.
Okay.
Okay, but if you guys get it wrong, you just lose.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Weston and Michaela.
Don't get this wrong.
If you're the one answering for him,
Well, I know.
okay.
Saying,
So you would be the
read my
one.
mind.
You would be the one getting. You're supposed to be reading his mind.
Well, we are one. Okay, what'd you put?
Steak, medium rare.
Steak, medium rare. Michaela.
I put meat, sirloin, ribeye, prime rib, all medium rare.
That is vague but correct.
Wow.
That'll work.
That
Vague but
is
correct.
good.
Egg? What are you talking about? Sirloin,
steaks.
You said
ribeye, prime
meat.
rib?
You said meat. You could have
These are all
said
steaks.
chicken.
They are.
Pork,
No,
steak.
sirloin,
Yes,
ribeye,
I understand. I
prime
understand.
rib.
All right.
Vague
Wow.
but correct.
All
You guys
So that's 2
medium
points.
rare.
get the point. You guys
Yep.
get 2 points.
We should
so
probably get 3 points because we talk about medium
no,
rare.
No.
So we're currently up
We're
by
not
half point.
playing favorites.
All
I'm
right.
not playing favorites.
Keith and Lisa for the win.
Yeah.
For the
A lot
win.
of pressure.
They
Nice.
wrote really fast.
It
In the
is a
bank.
lot of pressure.
They
I'm
know
kind
what
of
it is.
kind of gumming it up over here. I'm making sure everyone feels the pressure. You guys
This
feel
was
the pressure?
this was one of the
at
things
home?
that they.
Oh, yes.
This was one of the things they practiced.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If Keith could only eat one food for the rest of
Imagine
his
if they get this
life,
wrong.
what would he choose?
Pizza.
Oops.
Pizza.
Oh my God.
So vaguely correct.
Wow.
I needed the crust type, toppings, and location, please.
They wrote down the exact same thing. If you had both written down meat. I'm kidding.
That was a good game.
But
That
good
was
game.
really
I need
good
everybody
game.
to shake hands. We
Oh,
don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
any.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Yes,
Especially
yes.
Keith and Michaela.
That is a firm
because
one.
that was our biggest rivalry the whole time. But we want to thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for sharing your story, joining us for this Alumniwed podcast. We had a whole lot of fun. Alumniwed. Yes. You guys are alumni and married and alumniwed. Now to wrap it up, the game show is sadly over, but up next we have a personal question for our guests here. So we're just wondering, you guys came to Midland, you graduated from here, you now work here. How has Midland impacted you and been a part of your life and made you who you are today?
Well, I remember when we talked about all that we were involved with, and that was one of the questions, that we answered here in this game. I remember being on campus my senior year and walking west of Olson Student Center across campus, and it was my senior year, and I thought, I have spent 4 amazing years here. How can I be leaving? This isn't right. And I didn't, want to fail my classes or anything. That wasn't the point. But I thought, I don't know how I can leave. But that was the thing to do. So we left, we got married, we went different places. But now that I'm back, it's just kind of cool to remember that moment. I can see where I was from my office right now when I had that thought. And just to be I was influenced so much by my campus pastor when I was here to be in campus ministry and spiritual wellness now. It just feels right. So I'm back. It's good to be back.
And for me, I mentioned earlier I was from Texas and came to school up here. I really did. I would tell people all the time there's no way I'm living in the state of Nebraska. I'm going straight back to Texas. Not only did that not happen, but we got married, moved to Minneapolis, had the opportunity to come back 5 years later when our daughter was born, and this has been home since then. And I've had the opportunity to do work in so many different areas on campus that has kept it fresh and new and keeps you going. You're not just going through the same motions all the time. So I've been very appreciative of the opportunities that I've been able to step into, and to get to partner up and work day to day with great faculty, great staff, and then even better students.
Yeah, and I would say, just to echo what the Creamies have already said, that Midland really is a special place where it's a family feel. Obviously, like having your spouse as a coworker is pretty cool too, but from the time you were a student to the time you were staff, everything just feels like one big family. And so it feels like a place where you truly belong, and you can help build that culture for the current students that we have, so that they get a similar experience to what we had when we were students here, and just make it a really special place for everyone. But yeah, it's a great place to work, to go to school, to be. So yeah.
Yeah, I would say that when you're in college, it's super exciting. You're involved in sorority life, campus ministries, res life, like all of those things. But our students just really go through real life things on top of it, with going to class and just real world moments. And for me, Midland was my true family through a lot of tough things that I personally went through in college, of losing my mom and just different things with just grief and joy and just all the highs and lows that come with it. And Midland was just such a safe place where I felt like I knew that I had support. And when I became a staff member, I was a little nervous that I was going to go behind the curtain and find out that people don't actually care as much, or whatever, that it's just a front for me as a student. And then I was pleasantly surprised that they care even more than I thought, because when you're a student, you see decisions made or things and you're like, man, I probably would have done that better. But then when you go and see all the back ends of everything and just how much every department cares so much and fights so much for every student's well-being and wellness and success, as a first generation college student, when everything made no sense to me and multiple parts of the process made me cry just because I didn't know what was going on. Having people in your corner that are still my mentors and my partners and my friends and all the things now as a staff member, but also those that have left Midland that were a part of my life when I was a student. It's just a wild, humbling experience where you just get to really see people care on a deep level. And I think that that's what makes higher ed really special, and specifically Midland.
Wow. No, thank you guys so much for just working on campus, helping with the students. Everyone feels you guys on campus, and it's absolutely amazing to have you all here for our little podcast. But we're going to end this podcast. So the way that we always end it, we'll all say our names, and then together we'll say, and this is Midland-made. So we'll go around. Weston will end with you, and then when you're done, we'll say, and this is Midland-made. All right, are we ready? So I'm AJ.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Keith.
I'm Michaela.
And I'm Weston.
And this is
Midland-made.
Woo!
Yay!